Oh, what a match we have just witnessed. An incredible atmosphere and fabulous entertainment for the 5,000 or so fans packed into the Skyline Arena. Top seed Rob Cross seeing our former double world champ Adi Lewis 10-6 after a four-leg salvo mid-match by Adi, but it wasn't to be. A 101 average for Rob, 38% on the checkouts, Adi missing 16 of his 22 doubles, and he is going out with some positive thoughts from this tournament so far, though. Definitely some positives to take into the World Championship next month. Well, just a few moments ago, over on board 2, this happened. The match between Justin Pipe and Willie O'Connor of Ireland went to the deciding leg. The first match over there this evening in round 3, and Justin Pipe with this dart for the match. And he nailed it, absolutely nailed it against the man still working as a carpenter in Ireland, Willie O'Connor. Fantastic showing from him in this tournament. And here are the moves. We've come to expect them. The fans down in Red Spa absolutely love this. Justin Pipe, quite a character. And he's had a great time here in this tournament. And he's still in it. He's through to the quarterfinals tomorrow afternoon. Wow, need to catch our breath now. Big opportunity, though, coming up next for Jermaine Wattimena or Steve Beaton to make the quarterfinals here in Minehead this afternoon. Jermaine saw off Mickey Mansell, who beat Gary Anderson yesterday, while Steve edged out Jelle Klaassen. We're looking forward to Michael van Gerwen versus Darren Webster, the next match on the main stage after that. Remember, Darren Webster went 6-0 up against MVG in this very arena in the semi-final stage last year, and MVG turned to win that 11-8. Peter Jakes from Huddersfield, he's a terrier, is up against Jan Dekker from the Netherlands after that. Well, let's hear from a jubilant dance, Justin Pipe. Oh my goodness, you two, what are you like?
It's unconventional, but it just happened on live television. And for that, I've got Justin Pipe to thank. That was astonishing.
That was mad.
I mean, how did you dig in?
I don't know. Willie gave me a couple of chances. And I did miss a few. I think I should have got 4-1 up. To be 6-4 down in that break, to come back and win that is mad.
Have you ever had to dig as deep as that? Mental reserves, because you were just lagging behind. You never gave up.
I'm really strong in the head. I won't give up. I'm going to fight for every single game. How can you not when you got this? The crowd like this is amazing.
What did you say to him at the end? Because he must have thought he had that in the bag and he couldn't get rid of you. What did you say to him?
Willie, what a fucking great game.
Oh, right, OK. Well, apologies for the language there, Justin, in the heat of the moment. But,
sorry.
Yeah.
I said fantastic game. Me and Willie, we always have great games.
Yeah.
Always. We've never had a bad game, and it's always played with respect.
Yeah.
You know, Willie walked off of there really disappointed. I would have done. But he was fantastic throughout that match, and it made me play better.
Yeah.
Against Ron, I had even more chances, and Ron didn't score. I mean, Willie didn't really score under a ton very often. No. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant.
Listen, it was amazing. You'll be on the stage again, and many congratulations. And once again, if you're watching at home, apologies for the language there, but I'm sure, as you can understand, Justin's rather excited.
Okay, I think.
Yes, apologies once again if you were offended by that exuberant language by the force Justin Pipe, who's through to the quarterfinals, where he'll play either Daryl Gurney or Chris Dobie. Now let's get our next two men out onto the stage in Wattimena, and Steve Beaton by John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action. This is the Mr. Green Sport Players' Championship Finals, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on ITV. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world to the magnificent Butlins Minehead, where it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, looking for his first ever televised quarterfinal. Would you please welcome Machine Gun Jermaine Wattimena! And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the former European finalist. And ladies and gentlemen, the former champion of the world, the one, the only, the bronze medalist, Steve Beaton!
Director Macca has struck again. He's caught the boys out on Comcam. Chris Mason and Stuart Pike won't be dancing anymore. They'll just be talking, hopefully.
Oh, dirty little secret, that, isn't it?
Oh,
Oops.
well, yeah.
It's all out there now.
Saturday night fever, Chris. Saturday nights at Butlins.
Definitely, I've got a bit of fever in here.
All good fun, Jackie, as you well know. We're looking forward to this for sure. Steve Beaton against Jermaine Wattimena. And, well, some of the best walk-on music that you can see and hear when Steve Beaton walks to the stage, staying alive. We enjoyed it anyway, mates.
We love that. We love a bit of Beaton. Well, let's hope it's as good as the last one. I absolutely loved the Cross Lewis game, and just so good to see Lewis back somewhere near his best.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg is Jermaine to throw first. Aim on!
Yes, here we go. First attempt to go through to the quarterfinals. Jermaine Wattimena has never appeared in a major TV quarterfinal.
44.
Can you believe that Steve Beaton has reached only one in the last 7 years? A lot at stake.
58.
He's got every chance. I fancy the job. Well, they both fancy this one. Well, experience for me
58.
should play its part. Beating him with a great chance. Justin Pipe already made his way into those quarterfinals. Tense match that was with William O'Connor.
O'Connor missing a dart at tops to win after Justin had missed a dart at the ball. Ifs and buts, but it's Justin Pipe who's got through to his first big quarterfinal for ranking major quarterfinal for over 4 years.
I watched the Beaton Klassen match from this afternoon, and it's incredible to see how Klassen played yesterday. I mean, he had six 180s. I mean, there was 12 in the match, 6 apiece with him and Norris, but it was absolutely blistering. And you would have thought against Beaton that the pace of the match suited him, but Beaton only averaged 86 in that match to beat Klassen.
97. Steve 120.
Right then, double 10 for an instant breaker throw. There we go.
Lovely use of the dart as well from Steve Beaton.
There's a guide and a marker.
$140.
Smooth action. That's why he's still a great player after all these years.
85.
And a bit of staying alive to the walk-on music. How about a bit of evergreen if he wins? It's the evergreen Adonis. He's been around for 3 decades.
20 odd years ago he won the World Championships.
It's astonishing, isn't it? It really is. The way that he has outlasted so many top professionals who've...
The mechanics of the throw, looks after himself, plays a lot of golf.
99.
Well, really, a lot can go wrong with it, but when he's on, it's still incredibly hard to beat. Can you win a Pro Tour this year?
128.
Looking to double his lead.
They didn't go the 18s route because Wattimena, again in this leg, way back. Found his feet on that stage yet.
100. 32.
2-0. Double 9.
Oh, double 9 it is instead.
14. Jermaine Uruguay 160.
The one key feature from his game this afternoon against Klassen was his finishing.
98.
Well, they have one dart at double 18.
Oh, it's dropped a slight.
Both on double 9. Well, he got there in the end. That's important for Beaton as he doubles his lead. Winner, by the way, in the quarterfinals will play either Stephen Bunting or Johnny Clayton. Bunting has taken the opening leg over on stage 2.
137.
Arguably the smoothest throw in the history of darts.
Right up there with
It is.
the Barnevelds of this world. It is a lovely action. Easy on the eye.
59.
Well, this will be played at a really good pace.
Suit
Each
both.
other, it suits them, doesn't it? Wattimena gets on with it. I think Mickey Mansell, the slower player this afternoon, up on the main stage, the young Dutchman. He's playing one of the most experienced men in world darts at the moment.
125.
Yeah, Steve playing his first game on the main stage. Played both of his matches.
58.
There we go. A bit of a side view. Look at that. All from the elbow. Poetry in motion.
45. Jermaine Uruguay 170.
We've seen this from Lewis in the last match.
Despite the defeat, he was beaten by a very good player, Adrian Lewis. He'll be pretty happy with the way that he fought back. But Rob Cross in irresistible form at the moment.
Yeah, another 100+ average from Rob Cross. 8 180s in that match. Big finishes, especially that 156.
74.
He's quick, isn't he? He's too quick for his own good sometimes. The tops for another breaker throw and 3-0.
Again, use the dart, use it as a guide.
35.
Well, I am surprised.
Yes.
What an opportunity missed by Steve Beaton.
Jermaine Wattimena. Calling it Steve to throw first. Game on.
You let Steve get away from you and start to really relax, he'll pile it on.
80. $140.
Oops, lost a flight.
Right, on again. Could be a good old tactic that. You take the darts and just flick it with your thumb. Always do that against a real quick thrower. Really get on their nerves.
Tricks of the trade by Christopher Mason. Or should that be dirty
99.
tricks of the trade by Christopher Mason?
Could be the title of my book, that.
140.
No 180s yet.
98.
Get yourself a finish, 164.
I wonder how important that third leg may turn out to be, Chris. I mean, Beaton was cruising, wasn't he? And well, in the end, he had 4 darts at double to make it 3-0. Wattimena.
60.
Well, a chance now for Beaton.
164.
Even if he doesn't take this out, he just wants to set it up. Oh, he'd want to stay there, really. Perfect, leaves double 16.
He's already missed double 18 twice for 10 plus finishes, Jermaine Wattimena. This time double 12 and another.
92.
That's 3 times he's missed.
82.
Flashes at it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So double 16 wasn't kind last time. Ended up in double 7. That's better.
On the fourth leg, Steve Beaton.
Hold of throw. 3-1.
Game on.
Setting the world on fire, but that won't really matter. It's just getting over the line and getting in them quarters. Been a long day.
Tournaments like this and the UK Open, obviously here at Minehead at the same venue, which offers so many opportunities, because certainly in the first couple of rounds, when you're playing first to 6, there are bound to be upsets, and there's a path there for 1 or 2 players
Come out of the pack.
Yeah, and that's what's happened again here this
121.
weekend.
And more so with the UK Open, obviously. I mean, we've got 64 here, which we introduced last year.
134.
The UK Open's 128. Better scoring leg from both so far in this leg.
57.
Still has that 1 break of throw beaten.
100.
There's 86 when he comes back. How much pressure can Beaton put him under?
60.
Not much.
86.
Not much. Bullseye.
Oh, it was actually in the double 18.
126.
I
was in the
probably
double,
threw
yeah.
it wide to make sure of the 18, but here we go, 19 for ball.
101. 116.
Too close for a marker.
12. Stevie
This time it's
9 double 8
4 missed darts from Wattimena.
for an unlikely 4-1.
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. That's just total lack of concentration. What an opportunity for Steve Beaton. Will he pay for it? He has. Jermaine Wattimena hangs on in there somehow. Well, well, well. Steve Beaton would have had 2 darts for 4-1, and he busts 25. Will that be a significant moment in the race for a quarter-final spot at the Players' Championship? We shall see. Beaton, though, still leads 3-2. Saturday night at the Players' Championship, Steve Beaton and Jermaine Wattimena fighting for a spot in the quarterfinals. Beaton leading 3-2. Meanwhile, over on board 2, Johnny Clayton against Stephen Bunting. Bunting behind the 8 ball. He took out a 125 finish to stay in it. But he's in a spot of bother here. Looks like Bunting could face another break of throw. Johnny Clayton hit for 5-2. He's double 8. And there it is. So 5-2. Johnny Clayton leads Stephen Bunting. And the winner of that will play the winner of our match here on the main stage, where Steve Beaton leads 3-2. Will feel he could possibly have been 4-1 in front. He
had a
Yeah, we needed 25 and hit treble 9.
Had a great chance.
Steve to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, shouldn't be anywhere near it, but you have a look at it because you're fully aware, and sometimes you just glance at a target and in it'll go.
80.
Got to refocus.
Great opportunity for both, but you just think the experience of Beaton would allow him to just
47.
settle down and focus on just sort of playing a sort of a B-level game almost, just to get over the line. Wattimena looks edgy
97.
and anxious. Beaton's just got to try and dominate him.
60.
Not a great standard.
83.
Well, he's not far off the sort of level. He's averaging 85. He was there or thereabouts in beating Klassen. Klassen averaged 92, but
98.
just couldn't take the opportunities he made for himself. Very much like Whitlock. They're
96.
a similar mould as players at the moment. They're just stumbling when they're being gifted opportunities. Must be frustrating.
140. Stevie Maguire, 145.
Find the big scores at the moment. Big chance for Wattimena to break back.
Beaton here has had 15 darts already.
100. Stevie Maguire, 85.
Leaves the ball.
60.
Well, to only get a dart and a ball after 18. Wattimena here has levelled it at 3-all.
We're back on throw, back where we started. He will grow with confidence if you let him play.
Yeah, and I think that fifth leg at the moment looks like being all important, doesn't it?
Yeah, we could look back on that in 10 or 15 minutes and
81.
pick that out as the key game changer.
It was 4-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It could have been 4-1, so...
And as a player, you rue those missed opportunities. They sit around in the back of your mind.
$140.
With no apologies for dragging up the pass. I remember you playing Steve Beaton in the World Grand Prix and missing 13 or 14 match darts.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they were a bus ride away, but one was in the it was double 4, wasn't it? One was in the corner of double 18.
140.
The other one was in the corner of double 13. I put 3 down the wire. Then I went outside, inside, and on the wire of double 2, and you just one of them things. You just you can't beat luck. If it weren't for bad luck, I don't think I'd have had any.
40.
Oh dear. Only 40, so needs a treble here. Wattimena, well, 65 to leave 116, but Beaton here just needs to restore it. That's another loose dart.
Needs to settle the shit, doesn't he?
This is odd.
44.
He's hit so many loose darts, way off the mark.
It's awkward after that first dart. Great turn, so big pressure now on the 56. He knows he's there. He's just not settled. He looks edgy for a guy who looks like he if he was any more laid back, he'd be horizontal. The third break of throw, 7 legs.
60.
It's usually an indication of a scrappy affair, and that's what this one is. 83 average, playing 82 average for Wattimena.
$96.
One's got 10-9 written all over it.
Well, we thought that might happen with O'Connor and Pipe, and so it proved.
Quick update. What's going on ball 2 still?
Yeah, Johnny Clayton 5-4 up now on Stephen Bunting. Bunting coming back into that one.
57.
Yeah, great to see Bunting back playing like how we know.
Back in business, isn't he?
looking like another break back.
44.
50 points plus these in front.
60.
Make it 4-4.
It's a strange one, this, isn't it?
Both averaging 82.
140. Jermaine Uruguay 144. $96.
So, almost feel, Stu, that this has to go.
Well, despite the fact he's been playing poorly, it wouldn't surprise me if he managed to take it out. Combination finish. There we have it. Absolutely spot on. 114. It just sort of fits with the way that the game's gone.
Mystic Pike.
28.
Psychic Pike.
Really important.
I don't know where that's never worked this game out, me. Poor old Wattimena looks like he's found a pound and lost a tenner.
137.
With the moment's experience very much winning the day. We mentioned both certainly not playing at anything like their best, nowhere near it, but the experience of Beaton is counting for quite a lot.
57.
He has to draw on that. He just doesn't want to get himself embroiled in a scrappy affair. He wants to literally just
85.
take the game by the scruff of the neck and take control. He can get out of this session.
58.
I mean, potentially, if he breaks here and holds, it's 7-3, in complete control to a, in a race to 10. There's just nothing coming back from Wattimena. He's averaging 79. Wouldn't win a game down my local. Again, just when he needs that one treble, he'll probably take 90 out. 2020 ball.
134. Stevie 190.
Sure, what is it there? 14 for tops.
50.
All right, he may go ball on this. 25 leaves 69.
This is confidence for you, and it reaps its rewards. A big holder throw by Jermaine Wattimena. Didn't even think about going the ball route. Just to let you know, over on stage 2, Johnny Clayton leading Stephen Bunting 6-4.
96.
That leg was more about another one that Beaton threw away.
Yeah, absolutely.
100.
And his experience as he is, that the frustration inside him must be almost reaching boiling point.
100.
One of those games where you scrap away, don't you?
Yeah.
A bit like the OK Corral up on the stage here in Minehead.
You can guarantee they were probably out in that practice area, absolutely taking lumps out of the treble 20. Huge leg for Wattimena here. He can stay there if he wants. Leaves 167, another 19.
98.
Really shouldn't have been anywhere near the treble 20 first start.
87. Jermaine Uruguay 167. 58. Steve Uruguay 158.
There's another one.
He can't. He surely can't. Oh, well, that is absolutely amazing. In a game of poor quality, Steve Beaton picks out a moment of magic to go 6-4 up. A brilliant 158 out from the former world champ. And it has the crowd in Minehead on their feet. Steve Beaton at the moment on course for the quarterfinals of the Players' Championship. touch of quality. Some fairly average darts. 158, Beaton leads 6-4 as he chases a quarter-final spot. What is happening over on board 2? Johnny Clayton and Steve Beaton. Well, there's your answer. Stephen Bunting was trailing 5-2 in that, but he's fought back superbly. 6 apiece, Bunting and Clayton. First to 10 to go through to the quarters. And it will be Johnny Clayton or Stephen Bunting who will play 100. Steve Beaton or Jermaine Wattimena. Crucial leg, but Steve Bunting, you know, has been making great strides as he bids to get his career back on track.
That was performance against Mensa, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Clayton here, you'll think, the feel he has 6 darts from 180.
60.
But only 60. Bunting, same equation. Can he go back in front? We'll keep you posted. Here, Wattimena and
85.
Steve Beaton resume battle on the main stage in the Skyline Arena here at Butlins in Minehead.
53.
We already know that Rob Cross is through to the quarterfinals, a 10-6 winner over Adrian Lewis.
96.
And he will play, well, got a great opportunity because he'll play James Wade or Ian White in the quarterfinals.
97.
Justin Pike through, 10-9 winner over William O'Connor to play Gurney or Doby in the quarterfinals on Sunday afternoon.
Clayton now leads Bunting, 7-6. Turning into a great little player, Johnny Clayton.
134.
Taking scalps everywhere. He had one big win today over highly ranked Gerwin Price.
43. Jermaine Uruguay, 87.
Double 18 for Wattimena.
On the 11 leg, Jermaine
Good
Wattimena.
darts, 12 darts, 6-5.
Game on.
Jermaine Wattimena, by getting this far, it already represents his best ever result in a TV tournament. It's been a real step forward for the 29-year-old, whatever happens. As I mentioned, Steve Beaton reached the World Match Play quarterfinals last year. But apart from that, nothing in terms of TV major quarterfinals since 2010.
60.
Still in the world's top 32.
Incredible. Yeah, Wattimena's
the first one of the match.
Yeah, he's really worked hard at this game. A real grafter.
140. Steve Uruguay, 100.
What a couple of visits that would have been if he'd have knocked that one in for a 7-5 lead.
60. Steve Uruguay, 20.
Double 10.
On the 12 leg, Steve Beaton
Re-establishes that 2-leg advantage, 7-5.
Best 2 legs of the match there, a 15 from Wattimena, followed by a 13-dart leg by Beaton.
It's still very tight over on stage 2, isn't it?
Sure is. 7 apiece now between Johnny Clayton and Steve Bunting. The real coin flip of a match. Oh, the best of 5.
$101. $100.
Next on the stage here in Minehead, it's the defending champion, defending world champion, the world #1, Michael van Gerwen against Darren Webster. And memories flooding back of this tournament 12 months ago when Webster was 6-0 up
60
on Van Gerwen.
And he just flicked that switch like he did against Steve West this afternoon, who had 3 darts at double 6 to go 3-0 up.
140. Jermaine Uruguay,
And then
124.
10 minutes later is 6-2, and he's walking off the stage with a 109 average.
84.
Well, sloppy there from Wattimena, missed the single 14 to leave him a shot at the ball. Well, this for a... Oh, and he's missed the single 20 now. One dart at tops.
20.
Well, that's unforgivable. And that's happened 3 or 4 times to Beaton.
Well, he hit the treble 9, didn't he? On 25 and bust. Got away with it.
He has. Absolutely got away with it. Concentrate, Steve, he's telling himself.
Giving his head a wobble.
Done it again. Well,
It's on the 13 leg.
he's finally checked out 40. You don't often see him
Steve to throw first.
too
Animated.
on the stage, but that's as close as he gets. He was livid. But averaging 86, he's 2 legs away from the quarter-final.
59. $97.
Average is 86.
140.
0.68 for Beaton, 83.61 for Wattimena. There we go.
140.
Out stats.
100.
They're not horrific, but certainly nothing to write home about.
$41.
Already £8,000 guaranteed for these players.
81.
Win here, that goes up to £12,500.
$59. Steve Uruguay, 121.
Christmas spending money.
A couple of quid, isn't it? 14 million in prize money next year.
57.
That's why Barry Earn has a Bentley and I've got a BMX.
57. Steve Uruguay, 24.
To go within 1 of victory. That should be a good guide for him. Yeah, had to be.
14 legs.
3 legs on the spin and Steve Beaton 9-5 in front.
1 away now.
140.
Replacing that quarter-final. He couldn't get off that stage quick enough.
42. $99.
Beaton would be delighted to get this one out of the way.
Absolutely.
93.
It's one of those games, I mean, if he was playing anybody else, he'd be out. But he's got away with it, and it's a bonus.
98.
And he got away with it, in fairness. I mean, Klassen, this is when he had an absolute nightmare.
136. Jermaine Uruguay, 164.
It's 8 apiece, by the way, between Stephen
50.
Bunting and Johnny Clayton on stage 2.
Best of 3.
60. Jermaine Uruguay, 100.
Right then, 104 to stay in it. Trouble 20, double 12. Yep, it's in. So's that.
Inch on the 15 leg.
This is the leg then, with darts.
16 leg is Steve to throw
Beaton will
first.
just be saying to himself, come on then, son, just a steady 15 dart leg. Get back to the hotel.
100.
A good sleep. Start afresh tomorrow.
100.
Won't get away with a performance like this tomorrow.
Well,
140.
that'll do nicely, as you say. 15 dart
Yep.
leg. Thank you very much.
Home and hosed.
97. $26.
Bit of winning line in that. Bag of nails.
134. 91. Jermaine Uruguay 170.
67 in 6 starts there for Beaton. Open the door for Wattimena. .74 left, so treble 14 for double 16.
134. Jermaine Uruguay 70.
Double 16 gets it.
And
off we go.
Jermaine Wattimena. 70 legs Jermaine to throw first. Game on.
Johnny Clayton 9, Stephen Bunting 8. Bunting had darts to go 9-8 up himself. Blew it.
100.
Clayton thrown for the match.
He's gone.
26.
Wattimena is effectively on a free roll. The only time he'll start to think about winning this is if he gets it back to 9-all. Just throw him with so much freedom now.
.99. $140.
9-5 up and thrown for the match.
Jermaine Uruguay 164.
What was those 2 visits, wasn't it? 26 followed by a 41.
128.
Great setup. Only going to have the one more leg then, Beaton.
140.
That he starts with throw, and that's the next one. Changed his mind, full double 16. No, he didn't.
18 legged Steve.
That's 3 legs on the spin.
This is the leg.
108.
Well, what a time to hit only a second 180.
He's just been up there getting a bit of airtime for his sponsors.
100.
Stephen Bunting just missed top for a 160 finish to make it 9 apiece over on stage 2. Stephen Bunting
139.
could be in bother over there. Here, Steve Beaton looks like he's on his way, but hang on a minute as Jermaine Wattimena hits his first one.
135.
Brilliant third dart. I don't know how much of that 60 you could see.
140. Steve Uruguay.
Right then, 47 for the match. Double 16. One more.
15.
2 match darts.
Jermaine Uruguay 81.
Should be treble 19, double 12.
Double 6 to force a deciding leg.
75. Steve Uruguay 32.
Tenny. Sigh of relief.
Oh, it's 5 match darts he's missed.
Jermaine Uruguay 6.
It's incredible. And we do go to a deciding leg. Wattimena has won 4 on the spin.
19th and final leg.
Has Steve Beaton blown this big time? He's had 5 match darts. He's gone to sleep from 9-5 up.
He's got the throw, Stu.
43. $81.
Big swallow there. Beaton.
140.
He will absolutely kick himself.
Well, the winner will play either Johnny Clayton or Steve Bunting will have the result of that after the result of this. As Beaton from nowhere finds a maximum.
Well, we've said many times there's no such thing as a bad 180, but that was great timing. Now got the throw. Then again. 140 would be perfect. Leaves a ton. Where's your 10p on this, Stu?
He's made this 10 times more difficult than it should have been.
Well, that was a big mistake.
It was, because he hasn't left a finish. Beaton here to win it. 2 more match darts have come and gone. That's 7 in all he's missed.
I've said it in doubles is infectious as missing them, and he's just
95.
Just needs to break that cycle.
20.
Finally, Steve Beaton squeezes over the finishing line. It was a photo finish here in Minehead, and it took him 9 match darts. But Steve Beaton is through to only his 2nd major TV quarter-final in 7 years. Michael van Gerwen is next on the big stage here in Minehead. Who will Beaton be playing? It was a thrilling finale between Stephen Bunting and Johnny Clayton. We'll give you the answer after the break.